Hi students, today we are going to study the characteristics approach to demand function developed by Kelvin Lancaster. Characteristic approach to demand, or otherwise known as attribute approach to demand function, that has been developed by Kelvin Lancaster. Kelvin John Lancaster, who was an Australian mathematical economist. He presented a paper in 1966 on new theory of consumer demand, and what consumers are seeking to acquire is not the goods themselves but the characteristics they contain. So it is a nice theory on attribute approach. For example, when we think of purchasing a house, we will go for the qualities like its size, number of rooms, its floor, and the location, quality of construction, etc. These are the characteristics or attributes of a house. Then likewise, while we are going for purchasing a car or a bike, we check the attributes that it possesses, like the outlook, fuel economy, interior space, etc. Attributes cannot be purchased by themselves, they are contained in a good. So, characteristic approach to demand is being explained with the help of utility. These attributes that gives utility. So, we are going to take utility approach. Consumers want goods because these attributes gives utility to the consumers. So as usually the utility analysis we use indifference curves. Consumers can express his preferences between different attributes with the help of indifference curves. For example, two attributes of food, that is the amount of calories and amount of vitamins. The attribute approach is being explained in the diagram. Here, two product rays are given. One product ray A for rice and OB for wheat. So there are two product rays. One is OA product rice and OB for the product wheat. 1 kg rice contains calories and vitamins. With the given price of rice, the various amount of rice with attributes are presented along the product ray OA. OB is the product ray for wheat, where various amounts of its attributes, that is vitamins and calories, are given. As we move upwards along the product way, we get more and more of both the characteristics like vitamins and calories. Point Q on OA shows the expenditure or consumption of rice with that gives OC1 amount of calories and OV1 amount of vitamins. Likewise, point R gives OC2 amount of calories and OV2 amount of vitamins. Points Q and R are important. Point R is on product ray B, where wheat, the consumption of wheat, we get OV2 amount of vitamins and OC2 amount of calories. Where point Q is on the product ray A, OA, where we consume rice. By the consumption of rice, we get more vitamins B1 and less calories OC1. So this is the way we explain the characteristics approach. Then efficiency frontier. We need to find the efficiency frontier, the budget constraint. It represents the various alternative combination of the maximum amount of two attributes provided by various products which the consumer can buy with his given income and price. So budget constraint is needed. We will think of purchasing commodities within our budget. So the maximum amount of two attributes with the given income and price of the products is given. The efficiency found here can be expressed with the diagram where it is explained with the 4 product race. QRST represents the maximum amount of each product he gets when he spends his entire amount on each item. QRST is the budget constraint, or it is otherwise known as efficiency frontier. He has to make a choice from the given alternative combination of attributes on the efficiency frontier in order to get the maximum utility. Maximizing satisfaction from attributes. To find the maximum satisfaction, we have to draw the indifference curve and the efficiency frontier together. This is the efficiency frontier, QRST. Amount of vitamins and amount of calories are the two attributes, and with the two attributes there are 4 products: OA, OB, OC and OD. For these 4 product rays, we got the points QRST. OQ means when I am spending my entire amount on product A, I can purchase up to OQ. Likewise, OR means when I spend my entire amount on the purchase of B, product B, I can get OR amount of product B. So, here QRST, likewise the coming points. QRST denotes the budget frontier or budget constraint or efficiency frontier. For getting this maximum satisfaction from the attributes, we have to draw the indifference curve and efficiency frontier together to get a maximum point. Here there are 4 product rays: OA, OB, OC and OD, and 4 points on this 4 product, that is QRST, that indicates the maximum amount that the consumer can spend on each item. That is the efficiency frontier or budget constraint. When the budget constraint is tangent to the highest indifference curve, that point gives maximum satisfaction. So here you are seeing the tangency point of budget constraint with the highest isocount is point R. At point R, the point is tangent to the indifference curve I2. So this is the maximum utility, that point gives maximum utility with single products. Okay, here we are going to find equilibrium with a mixed bundle of products. So if we want to purchase a mixed bundle of products like bread and butter, likewise we are going to purchase or having 2 products. So here QRST is there, and we are going to have a mixed bundle. We need to have OM quantity of product B and ON quantity of product C. So our equilibrium will be at point E, where QRST is tangent to the highest difference curve. Then OM and ON. Here ME is parallel to the OB axis, and the NE is also given, it is parallel to OC axis. Okay, he can buy a combination or bundle of two products to get the required amount of two attributes. The efficiency frontier is tangent to the highest isocount at point E, which lies on the segment RS between two product rays B and C. He would buy two products B and C and would spend OM amount on product B and ON amount on product C. Line EM has been drawn parallel to, EM is parallel to, where is EM? EM is parallel to OC, and EN is parallel to OB axis. Then attribute approach and price effect. Suppose the price of the product change, what will have to the purchase of the product? There is an example, TV with 5 brands having two attributes. Two attributes are clarity of sound and picture quality. So there is an efficiency frontier QRSTJ with the maximum points S at product ray C and IC indifference curve 2. Efficiency frontier is given, the maximum point is given at point S and product is C on IC indifference curve 2. The price of B, suppose the price of B falls. Suppose the price of one product or one brand falls. So the efficiency frontier changes. If price of B falls, we can purchase more of B. The tendency for purchasing B is increasing. So a new efficiency frontier comes, that is QR-STJ. Here the maximum point is also changes. Maximum point is R dash or R gap. Attribute approach and law of demand. The attribute approach also proves that when the price of the product increases, the consumer switches the consumption from high priced product to lower priced product. So it is given there. Introduction of a new product is also being explained with the help of a diagram. Introduction of a new product to the existing market can be represented by a new product array. Most probably the new product may have more number of attributes. The entry of a new product would push the efficiency frontier outwards. So since the new product provides more attributes per rupee, the rational consumer would purchase the new product. So the introduction of new product is likewise, there comes a new product array BPL. The new product array is the dashed line in red color. So the new efficiency frontier will come A, B and C, where the equilibrium will come on point N. Evaluation. It is the possession of desirable attributes which provides utility. People prefer mixed bundle of goods as compared to single. The goods containing common attributes are substitutes. Then attribute theory of demand is not the rival of the theory of cardinal utility, ordinal or revealed preference. Instead, it is focusing on the attributes, it only supplements them. Okay, thank you.